Oh, they call me Charlie Bay. Can't we cannibalize? Grandpa, I'm getting really hungry. I release you from the Valorant addiction. One-shot demons will never haunt your dreams again. Clanker kill, clanker kill. I'm not gonna kill her dad right in front of her. He slams him into the ground. That was for you guys. Okay, success. Our first roll.
You guys are really nice, and you guys let me be dumb, kind of just let me be mean. That's awesome. Hi guys, oh my gosh, what the freak is up? Ice Firefly, welcome to the channel. It's great to see you. Did you find me through Najong? Awesome, Najong, it's so great to see you. Did you find me through TikTok, Instagram, or are you kind of just, or are you like a Twitch user? TikTok, so much fun. I love when people come from the TikTok. Shy Hips, great to see you, Shy. Oh my gosh, I loved getting to raid you last time. I was so EP, oh my gosh, but I'm so glad I got to give you a little love. Hopefully you had a great stream. I mean, I know it was yesterday, but still. Yes, thank you so much, no worries. Were you part of the Neurolympics? Was that the case? How am I feeling, Reaper? Also, hi, Reaper, it's great to see you. And KH, son, you were exactly here. I'm not sure if you're here anymore. How am I feeling? I'm feeling okay. I'm gonna be so real. I'm very EP. I don't mean to be EP, but I'm trying to hype myself up. I was you're here. Hi KH. I was thinking about segments for today, and I was like, wow, like what am I feeling? I was gonna do a food prep, some food prep and like film in the kitchen, but it actually needs to take place like earlier in the day because all my roommates like they're obviously in the kitchen like during dinner time, and like Carrie also streams in the kitchen, so I'm just like, oh, this is just not a good time to do it. I don't want to be loud, and so I'm like, I like being quiet since I'm always a quiet one everywhere. Everywhere except for the Cloyd chat. KH revealed some stuff that we shan't talk about here. It was said in the privacy and the secrecy of the Cloyd chat. Okay, fair. But how is everyone today? How was your guys' weekend? What was the highlight of your guys' weekend? For me, my highlight of the weekend was probably, as of recently, I've gotten to visit my family who lives here. I don't know if you guys knew, but I also have family in Texas. And I'm also Hmong. And the thing about Texas and Hmong people and Ice Firefly, I don't know if you're also aware of this. Austin, it's great to see you. Good, got shit tons of plan tomorrow. Got a shit tons of plans tomorrow. What are your plans for a Tuesday? Oh my goodness. Austin, it's so great to see you. Oh my gosh. Love to see you in this chat. We're just talking about our weekend, our highlights, maybe a low light if you have any. Since today's Monday, just want to catch up with you guys. But the thing about Texas and Hmong people is that I think my uncle who gave me the percentage is like we make up about maybe 350 families. I am Hmong. I'm also Hmong. So meeting a Hmong person in Texas is very, very rare. But it's just been such a nice thing to hang out with my family here and eat Hmong food, and I don't know, it's something about being with your, family, but also like other Hmong people that I just feel like it's really nice. It just makes Texas feel a little bit more like home. Ice Firefly, if you don't know, hi Mando, the Big Bean is back. I am back. If you don't know, I just moved to Texas from Oregon, and yeah, there's not a lot of Hmong people in Oregon either, but it's a lot more condensed. So like to get to other Hmong people, like it's not too far. It's like 30 minutes away. I used to live in Wisconsin where there's so many Hmong people. So it's just such a different like landscape of, finding your own people, I guess. Ice Firefly, I know you're Hmong, but I mean, you know how it is. Like if Minnesota is one of them, yeah. Are you a Hmong person from like Oregon is better than Texas, just my opinion? You're not wrong, Mando. I mean, Texas has a lot of good qualities for sure. I love Texas. Oregon is just beautiful. A lot of people ask me like how I've been liking Texas, and I love Texas for like the community that is here, the sports I get to play. I think I like you're much more likely to find like just nice, good vibe people in Texas that you want to like hang out with again. I think because like the city I live in, there's a lot of young people here that are just like that are also like very active. Strangely enough, you would kind of think otherwise in Texas. Yeah, being around fellow streamers is nice. Yeah, it definitely gives me the motivation. I definitely feel like as a streamer, you know, in my job, I feel a lot less like alone, I guess. I think when I was in Oregon, I was getting the sense that I'm like, I'm so limited in terms of like collaborations. I'm so limited in terms of just like having someone by my side that make me feel motivated. You know, even hearing that I mean, Cloyd queuing upstream has always given me a lot of like has always like motivated me, and just having like my community, thank goodness I had like a streamer community, but just seeing like Jaw in the next room when he's streaming, or Brian streaming, or you know Cloyd is streaming and he's like what 30 minutes away from me, but anyways, like just like all of us having these plans, like it does definitely motivate me, so it's good for streaming for sure. But I'll always say like what I miss from Oregon, especially during the summertime. And the thing is, someone asked me about it before. One of our friends asked me about it, just like checked in on asking me about how I feel about Texas. And I was thinking about the difference between summer in Texas versus summer. Hi, Ribbon Soju. Lily Pichu voiced a game called Lily's World. Oh my gosh, I love that. How was Cloyd after he was done drinking? Honestly, he was fine. His tummy just hurt. He wasn't actually even, well, I don't know if I should tell you guys. But I mean, he kind of just drank too fast, too quickly. So he ended up just feeling a little sickly. Nah, this shit, this setup, Cash Devi, you like this? You fuck with this? You like this setup type shit? Cloyd was lit. And honestly, I felt like I was doing my best to match his energy for sure. I am though, I'm not gonna lie. Do you guys get this where soju? I did drink, but I don't think the kind of drunk that I get when I drink soju is I just feel sickly, and then I feel tired, honestly. When I drink beer, I get really like that's what gives me like dopamine, and like I get a lot more social, and I feel like jumping around when I have beer. Like I feel a lot more giggly, and I feel a lot more like bouncy when I have beer. I don't know if that's like weird. I feel like it should be the opposite. Like soju should give you the bouncy excitedness, and then beer should make me sleepy. But soju buzzed me up after one chug. Wait, you're kind of weak sauce though. Soju gets me really buzzed personally. Vodka, I think, gives me bouncy vibes. I would say Debbie setup. Thank you, Cash Debbie. We're also going over our weekend, guys. Like, how was your guys' weekend? Oh, but also, just to finish my thought on the whole Oregon versus Texas in the summer. I think the biggest difference is that we are always outdoors in Oregon. Like in Oregon, like the option to just go on a hike, like on any given day, is so like prevalent. Like it's actually really distracting in the summer, because in the summer, like I'll look outside and I will constantly want to be like on a walk, on a hike, just outdoors somewhere, because like it's so fantastic. I'm just like, there's no reason for me not to be outside right now. Like the ache to have some sort of like midday mimosa, or just to be out having brunch with my girls, or to be like, I don't know, going to the like botanical gardens, just making plans for the day. Like it's such like a contrast between here and Texas, but whatever. Just because the sting wakes me up, I can't even have. I'm so like, I'm a gin girly, guys. So my dream drinks, I can't talk tonight. My dream drinks. I love a gin martini. Wait, no, a gin. Yeah, a very dirty gin martini. That's one of my top drinks. And that's like a chiller drink. That's like if we're at a bar, I'm all dressed up, I'm like, I want a dirty martini. A dirty gin martini. Is this a permanent move or just a short time thing? Honestly, I'm just kind of following wherever life takes me. Hi, Blinky. It's great to see you. Hopefully you had a great weekend. Let me know. We're talking about alcohol right now. I was saying that soju makes me sleepy and beer makes me happy giggly. And wine, I think, just also makes me sleepy, or just kind of, honestly, wine puts me in the in-between, is like in between soju and beer for me. But my dream drinks, dirty gin martini, espresso martini, gin and tonic when it's more casual, beer, like a Blue Moon. And if I'm not feeling something as heavy as a Blue Moon, maybe like an Ultra. Beer gets me going. Hard liquor fucks me up. Hi, Dizzy. Oh shit. And then what other drink do I like? I used to like cranberry vodkas. I don't anymore. It's way too. Thank you for the follow. It's way too. Oh, I've recently. Okay, call me crazy, but I had a Red Bull the other day. It was actually good. It was actually not as battery acid as I remember them being. So Mando. Nah, cranberry vodkas are fire. What do you mean? It's just too sweet now. Say his name again. It's say Dizzy. Dizzy. Got you. MH, you got Discord? Exclamation mark Discord. Yes. By the way, Dizzy, thanks for the Lambo, bro. W Lambo. You saved my grandma from a fire. All right. I think I just in my big age, I just don't like sweet drinks anymore. I'm not gonna lie. Hi Ghosty, it's great to see you guys. Frog's the man. Oh my gosh, long time no see. That's the cutest. Oh my gosh, I love that emote. Howdy. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. Wait, how do I keep this? I want it forever. I'm gonna pin this. I'm pinning your message so that I could add this to my 7. I never remember what that thing is called, no lie. All facts, no kizzy. And bang. Hello, today I get the results of if I have a blood disorder, so 4 hours left. Oh my gosh. What is a blood disorder? Like, what is that? Well, how would you know? Like, blood disorder, like, I've never really heard it called a blood disorder. A blood disorder is any condition that prevents your blood cells, red or white or platelets or plasma from functioning properly. These conditions can affect oxygen transport, infection, disease, and blood clotting. Guys, am I having a stroke? Like, why can't I speak today? Oh my gosh. I could have leukemia from the low white blood cells. Oh my gosh. That would not be ideal in any which way. Uggo. Well, you know, let me know. I'm hoping the best for you. Hi, Dazda. I always see the stream noti that you're on Slay the Spire. Dead? Am I stuck on a category? Oh, the Steam. I thought you meant stream. Douchey. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Drink my water, bruv. At least I will get skinny. Type shit. Actually, body tea. Yes, you have leukemia, but you still get body tea. You know what? I like a certain someone that can always look at the bright side. I am having a little bit of coffee, guys. So this is me redeeming the drink your water, bruv. Also, thank you for checking in, Mando. Thank you everyone who checks in. I think that's awesome. I need a check-in counter. Gonna get that hourglass body yada. Yes. I just finished your YouTube video. Wait, thank you for checking out the YouTube. Guys, if you haven't seen the YouTube, I did upload 2 bedtime stories. And speaking of bedtime stories, are you guys ready to adventure this very particular part of the internet that I've actually not ventured yet? And I will say I have LARPed in my time. That I knew anything about what we're about to look up today. Your IG video blew up. 5.2 million views is crazy. Oh my gosh, thank you for noticing, Mando. I wasn't gonna post. I'm not really one to post, little celebrations on like viewership. I shared like one update with my like close friends list, just being like, oh my gosh, this is cool. But yeah, thank you for, #noticing. I love that. But yeah, I only knew about it because one of my friends from college liked it. Wait, that's so cool. I keep getting nicotine patches ads. I think it's trying to tell me something, and my vape is next to me. Oh, facts. You know what I keep getting? And it's like the opposite thing. I don't take gummies or anything like that, but there's these mochi gummies. that have been haunting my ads. And I've gotten the ads so many times. Honestly, watch, if I just scroll on my Instagram, I think you guys would see it. No lie. I think you guys would just see one ad. Here, let's see. Hopefully nothing damning comes up. Hi, Alicia. This is my friend Alicia. Scrolling. Juicy Jacob. D4T. Food. Let's see how many times it takes. Honestly, these are just like, wait, that's a cute dress. I wonder if I said like not interested and they stopped. But I swear, like I get them all the time. Right there. It's this Sunday flower. Me rolling up to a happy hour. Like it's these mochi. Okay, like this is, I don't want to like I'm not promoting this necessarily, but they look so good. Like look at the cute, like their aesthetic. The aesthetic of it all, like it's in this little tin right here. And I don't know why, but it just looks so delicious. It does. Like it makes my mouth water. It's so weird because they look like they're also like lychee flavored and yuzu flavored. Like they're Asian and they're based off of mochi. Like, oh my gosh, like something about it just, they look good. And they've shown it to me enough that I am, they're winning me over. Hi, I am Pang. Hi, Pang. It's so great to see you. Twerking. It's so great to see you. How is everyone and how's your guys' weekend? Are we all good? Are we healthy? Are we A-okay? Frog's a man. Maybe not so healthy. We don't know yet until like 4 hours. I'm fantastic. How am I? Better now that you're here. We're about to explore a part of the internet that I have, kind of denied myself, and we're going to adventure this together. Do you guys have any knowledge of Wattpad? Gonna get that skinny. Yeah, facts. Wattpad, oh goodness. Yes? Is that a yes? Okay, let's see this. For anyone who wants to know the history of Wattpad, let me fill you in on this. More specifically, you look mad beautiful. Thank you, Reningo. You really know how to. And thank you for the follow. Welcome to this channel. Every girl I've talked to ever has read Wattpad. Here's the thing. Why am I not one of those girls? I don't know why. I think I've always been really picky about like what it is that I read, but in this time it's like, why have I denied myself this? But if anyone wants to know the history of Wattpad just to enhance our experience, let's get to that. Hi guys, and welcome to our Wattpad segment. If you would like to know what this is, here's some history of Wattpad. Wattpad began as a digital storytelling platform created by Alan Lau and Ivan Yuan in 2006. Their goal was simple: make it easy for anyone to read and publish stories online for free, especially on mobile devices, which were becoming increasingly common at the time. Early years, 2006 to 2010, Wattpad launched in Toronto, Canada. It started as a platform where amateur writers could publish chapter-by-chapter stories and receive feedback directly from readers. The rise of smartphones helped the site grow since readers could access stories anywhere. Rapid growth, 2010 to 2015. Wattpad exploded in popularity among teens and young adults. Fan fiction became one of its biggest categories, alongside romance, fantasy, and young adult fiction. The platform's comment system, allowing readers to react to individual paragraphs, created a highly interactive reading experience. Millions of writers began posting original stories and fan fiction. Breakout success stories. Several Wattpad stories became publishing and entertainment successes. After, by Anna Todd, started as a fan fiction on Wattpad and later became a best-selling novel series and film franchise. The Kissing Booth began on Wattpad before being adapted into a popular Netflix film. Numerous other Wattpad stories secured traditional publishing deals, television adaptations, and movie rights. Expansion into entertainment, 2016 to 2020. Wattpad launched programs to help writers monetize their work. It created Wattpad Studios, which identified popular stories for adaptation into books, TV shows, films, and digital media. Publishers and entertainment companies began using Wattpad's data to identify stories with strong audience engagement. Acquisition by Naver, 2021. Oh, wait, we just went to dubstep. Hold on, we're back. Today, Wattpad has in 2021, Naver, the parent company of the webcomic platform Webtoon, acquired Wattpad for approximately $600 million. Oh my gosh. The acquisition combined two of the world's largest user-generated storytelling platforms. Wattpad today. Today, Wattpad has hundreds of millions of users worldwide and remains one of the largest platforms for original fiction, romance stories, fantasy and young adult novels, fan fiction, serialized web novels. Its biggest impact has been democratizing publishing. Before Wattpad, most aspiring writers needed agents or publishers to reach large audiences. Wattpad allowed anyone with an internet connection to publish a story and potentially build a leadership of millions. For fantasy writers specifically, Wattpad helped popularize the modern web novel format, serial stories released chapter by chapter, often with reader feedback influencing the story as it develops. Wow. Wow, guys. Do we feel cultured? Do we feel good about this? Because I feel good about this, and I feel cultured about this. I used to read Wattpad about Prince Harry and man love man relationship. I don't know why, but there's this spring water that I'm highly addicted to. It's called Elm Spring Water. Like, I can taste the minerals. Wait, that's kind of awesome. What will you give me if I gift you? What will you give me if I gift you? If you gift me, I could gift you, I could dab you up, bang, 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 bang. We've had it before where someone who's gifted something will receive a drawing. So if you'd like for me to make you a drawing, I would love to do so. Fun fact, I haven't released that information yet because we haven't really gone through, well, actually someone's bought, like, you need to taste this water. No, I've literally, like, Elm Spring Water. I get that. No, I actually do get that. I feel like there was a water that I used to really like. I'll give you a big kiss and hug consensually. Mando will give you it. Mando will put out for you. Every girl I've talked to, it's time for you to tune in. Yes. Okay, guys. Well, let me tell you guys what we're reading today. We're going to be reading, I think I was looking, this one. This one's the one, guys. My unhealthy ass is on this water. Wait, how did you know whether or not, like, were you like bruising? Is that how you found out about leukemia? Girl, look it up. Okay, fine. Elm Spring Water. A natural mineral water brand known for its refreshingly honest approach and sustainable packaging. Elm Spring Water. It's so cutesy. This is what you're sipping on right now? Did you buy it as a single or did you buy it in bulk? Bro, are we reading Breakup? Bakugo BL OMG. Guys, wait, what? I don't actually know what's going on with me. I can't read today, which is tragic because we're going to be reading today, whether we like it or not. Can someone at Ramixagi? This is kind of something, it's kind of like for him. This is like a him moment. Honestly, it should be him that's reading this, no lie. But I will say, guys, it first started when I had pneumonia and my health started to get worse. My bones started to hurt and I had night sweats. That's not good. I'm so sorry. Okay, I would just like to say this is the front page of Wattpad fantasy romance stories. And I was earnestly looking for you guys. Like, I was on the hunt for, like, what do I read today? 11th place. Like, this is what, top, like, 100 that we're looking at right now. And this one is literally ranked at 11. And it has 31.7K views and 55 parts. We're just going to get started on this. But this is pretty crazy. Hi, Murin. Wow, Wattpad. This is so nostalgic. Bro, I have not. It's crazy because I feel like this is something exactly that I would like. But I think that it would have taken me down. Like, there is an alternate universe where I indulged in Wattpad. And I became someone far different than I know now. I think it would have tapped into a part of my brain that just would have completely changed me. I would love to meet that version of myself. You know, like if I were to, you know what? That is my niche desire. If I had one wish that couldn't affect the world, like it just had to be some kind of wish for anything, but I can't alter the universe as it is, I would want to meet the alternate universe in which I grow up reading Wattpad and just see where that took me in my life. Yeah. Forcing me to read Wattpad. Facts. Why am I getting German ads? Is it taking over? Hi, Shift. You're going to love this. Shift in particular is going to love this. But anyways, guys, let's get started. The one. Do we want music? Type 1 if you want background music. Do we type 1 if you want romantic background music. 1? Alrighty. I like the way you guys think. I do. Something in me wants to just like, oh shoot, my streamer bot wasn't on. Okay, bang, 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 bang. Yep, something's up with me today. I'm not gonna lie. My cognitive functions are not working properly. I think it's because like I kind of woke up from like a little nappy nap. Now I'm just thrown a little out of whack. Romantic piano music. Alright, guys. This one even has a picture of an anime person on it. Alright, and... bang. Let me know if it's not... no, not romantic? Well, what? It can't be romantic? This isn't perfect? Alright, we're gonna get Sendy. Alright, this one's called You Are Reading The One. Katsuki Bakugo X Reader. This story takes place when they are all in class 2A. YN enters the UA for internship as a nurse under the Recovery Girl, where the quirk is rewind. However, it comes with side effects. What will happen when the fiery, explosive, hot-headed Katsuki Bakugo and it just is ... Okay, well, all right. Author's note by Barry Lee 8. The person you are. Emo rock music that makes my ears bleed. YN. You know YN meaning something different. Yeah, but here's the thing. I know YN from more like fanfics and less less to do with like the most recent meaning of YN. So yeah. Hello guys, this is my first time writing a fanfic, so I really hope you all like it. This is their first time writing a fanfic and it's already on the 11th place. I mean, it does have 55 parts, but still. In the story, I'm not going to go directly on the relationship since I think that Bakugo is a type to not go fast and maybe take his time to realize and confirm first. This story will focus more on the plotline and how YN's and Bakugo's connection bloomed before going into a relationship. Disclaimer, I do not own any of these characters. Okay. This is so interesting. Continue to the next part. Okay. The meeting. The silent hallway burst into chaos the moment Class 2A stepped inside. Juniors swarmed them from every direction, armed with notebooks, phones, and Star Trek expressions. Please, let me take a photo with you. Sign my notebook? Kaminari-senpai, is it true you helped me rewire? Bakugo's eyes twitched violently. He shoved through the crowd, fists clenched so tightly that tiny sparks danced between his fingers. The only thing stopping him from blowing up the entire hallway to Kingdom Come was the school's strict no quirk indoors rule, and maybe Aizawa's death glare lingering in his memory. Everyone else was handling the attention just fine. Todoroki accepted a photo with a polite nod. Ida lectured his group of fans on the importance of proper autograph line formation. Ochako smiled as she signed doodled notebooks, and then there was Denki. And then there was Denki. Do y'all want to know how I help maintain the UA barrier? He declared proudly, puffing his chest out like a peacock ready for applause. The crowd collectively ignored him and streamed past. Denki froze. His hopeful sparks dimmed. Wait, hold on, guys. I might be actually having a stroke. What the fuck? Why can't I read? Denki froze. His hopeful sparkles dimmed. His soul left his body. Hello? Anyone, guys? Is it like a reading thing? Is it like an eye thing? Why can't I do this? Hold on. Let me move this, by the way. I was just trying to adjust. The crowd collectively ignored him and streamed past. Denki froze. His hopeful sparkles dimmed. His soul left his body. Hello? Anyone, guys? I electrically risked my life too, he mumbled, dramatically sliding down the wall as if his world had crumbled. Kaminari, emotionally obliterated. As soon as the bell rang, the juniors scattered to their assigned buses. The building quieted down again, except Bakugo was nowhere near the bus line. All right, sensei! Midoriya jogged over, raincoat flapping behind him. Where's young Bakugo? All Might asked, scanning the emptying courtyard. Midoriya scratched his cheek. He's been wandering off lately. I don't think it's training. I think he's just trying to process everything we went through. He seems heavier these days. All Might sighed quietly, worrying, flickering his eyes. I see. Then, let him have some time. With that, he walked off toward the staff wing. Bakugo walked slowly along the lakeside path, evening breeze cold against his skin. The water shimmered with the soft orange of the sunset, but he barely noticed any of it. His thoughts were too loud. He replayed every moment. The fights, the near losses, the sacrifices others made for him. The weight sat on his chest like a boulder. They shouldn't have. They didn't have to. I should have been stronger. His jaw clenched. Guilt gnawed at him in a way he couldn't... Guilt gnawed at him in a way even he couldn't shout away. Okay, not to be nitpicky, but I actually like don't like the way that like this is broken up. Like I feel like this is broken up in such like a weird like form. Minutes passed. The storm thickened. Wait, hold on. Hold on. We suddenly went to a very different place. His jaw clenched. Guilt gnawed at him in a way even he couldn't shout away. A raindrop fell directly into his spiky hair. He twitched. More followed. And the sky opened up completely, pouring like a bucket dumped over the world. Oh, come on, Bakugo hissed, sprinting toward the nearest structure, a small wooden shelter by the lakeside. If he moved even one step outside the roof, he'd be drenched from head to toe. He crouched down, arms over his knees, head buried as the rain hammered the roof above him. Minutes passed. Hi, Will. Thank you for following, Bader. Oh my gosh. Wait, you love Wattpad? Fuck you, William. How was your guys' gaming? Why are they so detailed on BS information? This is fanfic, guys. We have to be immersed, okay? As soon as I like get better at reading, no lie, like I don't know what's going on with me today, but I'm gonna do better. Trust. Maybe I just need to like really accept this fanfic for what it is. I need to go slowly. I need to just absorb the information. Okay. Minutes passed. The storm thickened. And then the sound of rain softened. Not everywhere, ... Just above him. He blinked, raising his head slightly, and that's when he saw her. A girl. Someone from another school with different uniform. Maybe second year, standing there, breathless, holding a lilac umbrella over his head. Her shoes were soaked, her hair sticking to her cheeks, but she didn't seem to care. Aren't you Katsuki? She asked, voice gentle, even as she panted. Here, take this umbrella. She shoved it toward him before he could he could react. Wait, why are you? You can have it. Okay, bye. Stay safe. Before he could blink, she was already sprinting off, using her bag as a shield over her head, feet splashing wildly through puddles. Bakugo sat there frozen, umbrella limp in his hand. The hell? He muttered. He stared at the lilac umbrella, the raindrops sliding down its edges at the spot where she disappeared around the bend. A strange heat crawled up his neck. Why the hell did she give me this umbrella? He grumbled, but his voice lacked its usual bite. He opened the umbrella properly. Lilac, small, floral patterns on one side, and he hated how much he didn't hate it. He clicked his tongue, face warming slightly as he stood up. Dumb woman, he muttered under his breath, pulling the umbrella over himself as he started heading back. But for the first time that evening, his chest felt just a little less heavy, and the rain somehow didn't feel as cold. Wait a second, guys. Wait a second, guys. It's starting to get really good. Wait, I love that. Hi, Endocondo. This is why I follow Fumi Bean. Facts! Facts. You wouldn't know her. She goes to a different school, type B. Dilani, we're reading My Hero fanfic. I thought it was a boy. I actually genuinely thought this was boys' love. I thought it was gonna be Bakugo Deku boys' love. But I mean, it's okay that it's not. But I just thought it was. I don't know. I just thought it was. I don't know why. Like, because I just don't like imagine. I think in my brain, I'm just like, who else would they ship? Like, who else would they ship with Bakugo other than Deku? But I get it now. Hi, I'm Shizmon here. She said hi. Said hi to you. Just wanted to say hi. Hope you're doing well. What is your name and what y'all call her? Well, hi, Ash. I'm Fumi, and people call me Fumi. So they go, some of the beans. Oh, TC Bots live. Thank you for the follow. You like that? Bakugo and Deku Boy's love is always weirdly fucking shipped. It is. It's not that I particularly like it. I think I just like have always thought that was like when people write fanfic that's like what they're shipping, you know, typically. But yeah, we're gonna continue. This was really fun. This is getting really fun. Thank you, Barely 8. You're so awesome. The rain was coming down in sheets, loud, relentless, and cold, but Bakugo barely noticed any of it. His mind was buzzing with bizarre, infuriating questions that only pissed him off further. Why'd she call me Katsuki? Why the hell did she give me her umbrella? Does she think I'm weak or something? His jaw tightened at the thought. His pride stung, his ego twisting painfully at the idea of a normal civilian helping a hero. Him, of all people. A simple, kind gesture, so gentle and confusing, was enough to make him feel unbalanced in a way he hated. He scowled and kicked a pebble hard enough to send it skittering across the pavement. The puddles splashed under his boots as he stomped his way towards the dorm, like the weather personally offended him. A few minutes later, Bakugo pushed through the tall dorm doors. Warm light flooded his vision along with the noise of laughter, chatter, and the television humming in the background with hero news updates. He shoved the damp lilac umbrella into the umbrella rack with more force than necessary. Bakugo, you're finally back! Kirishima called out. That's my favorite My Hero character is Kirishima. My favorite, Red Riot himself. You have a good narration voice. Hi, Grandma. What has my streamer become, bro? What? This is my first time on Wattpad. I'm just exploring. I just want to be cultured. Do you guys have favorite My Hero characters? Mine is, in fact, Red Riot. Or Kirishima. Jogging toward him with a towel still hanging around his neck. His damp red hair partially covered his forehead. I was kind of worried, bro. You hate rain and you didn't have an umbrella. Oh, you do. Bakugo stiffened. Huh? Don't worry about me. Move, he barked, shoving past Kirishima like a storm cloud with legs. He stomped down the hallway, teeth gritted, shoulders stiff, in an aura radiating pure irritation. Mina giggled. Damn, bro is extra moody today. Kachan's probably just upset about the weather, Midoriya said, with his usual worried smile. See, bro was worried for nothing. Kirishima stretched, popping his joints. Later, in Bakugo's room behind Class 2A's loud, chaotic nightly routine. There was Bakugo, alone in his room. Sweat dripped down his temples as he did push-ups, crunches, and squats. His nightly workout routine meant to prep him for tomorrow. He tried to focus on the exercises, tried to empty his mind, tried to shove the memory of earlier aside. But his brain kept circling back like a glitching machine. Her face, the umbrella, the way she just dropped in out of nowhere, the way she said his name like she knew him. It was pissing him off that he couldn't forget it, that something so stupid had stuck with him. He paused mid-sit-up. Wait, what if she's a hero too? He blurted, eyes widening. Yes, that made sense. Finally, something logical. He exhaled in relief. That had to be it. She was a hero from a support course or something. That's why she helped without hesitation. Still, why his first name? And why did it feel... I'm sorry. Hold on. This is so funny. Okay, why did it feel different from the way others said it? Oh, he flopped onto his bed with a frustrated groan. Whatever, it's not that deep. He shut his eyes and forced himself to sleep. Next morning in UA classrooms morning classes. Okay, see, this is why I can't read. Next morning in UA classrooms morning classes dragged on painfully. Denki and Mineta? I've never had to say this guy's name. Were struggling not to fall asleep. Mina, Jiro, and Midoriya frantically took notes. Todoroki and Momo sat with perfect posture, unfazed and unreadable. Bakugo was Bakugo. Arms crossed, foot tapping, explosion quirk crackling every time someone annoyed him. Everyone was counting down until hero training, the only class that didn't make them want to collapse. Training was tough, harder than their first year sessions. By the end of class, everyone was bruised, panting, and in desperate need of recovery girl. Bakugo swiped sweat from his forehead, annoyed at how drained he felt. Kirishima, Todoroki, Midoriya, and Bakugo headed to the nurse's office together to get treated. Bakugo shoved the door open, thud, and froze. His eyes widened. His breath caught in his throat for half a second, a reaction so fast no one else noticed. There she was, the girl from yesterday. Except now she wore a crisp lab coat, her hair tied into a slightly messy bun as she scribbled something on a clipboard. She looked up at him at the sound of the door. Oh, Katsuki. Guys, he's met her. He's met her again for the second time. OMG, is it Coolie Bean? Hi, Dayer. It's so great to see you. I love Kirishima too. Wait, I love that you're in. So, like, how does Invisible Girl get shipped? Like, how the fuck does that work? Guys, have you seen Invisible Girl's real face? She's tea. She is tea. It's been so long since I've watched My Hero Academia. No, Loki, me too. Dead, me too. All right, guys, next chapter. This is chapter 3. Unusual encounter. Oh, Katsuki, the girl said in a surprised tone, clearly not expecting Bakugo to be the one barging into the nurse's office. The room fell completely silent. So silent that even the faint chirping of birds outside the window felt louder than everyone else's breathing. Midoriya's fingers slowly lifted as he pointed at Bakugo. Eyes stretched wide. Did she just call Kachan by his first name? He whispered, voice trembling with equal parts terror and amazement. She's so brave. Huh? What are you doing here? Bakugo exploded, pointing aggressively at YN at his... Okay, what is YN supposed to... Do people say YN? At YN like, is that a thing? Someone teach me tech. As his pupils shrank into pure white dots of fury. Oh, your name, right? Okay, who do we... Guys, let's name her. Wofumi. She's a teenager. You can't say that. Wait, what? I'm just saying she's cute. She's cute. Mando. What should we name her? We'll name her Mando? Mirren. We're gonna name it Mirren. Mirren, this is your insert. Aggressively at Mirren as his pupils shrank into pure white dots of fury. Kirishima blinked in shock. Bro, what the heck? You know her? Before Bakugo could answer or scream, Aizawa walked in, wrapped in his usual dead-eyed exhaustion aura. Yo, Saibao? 3 jaw? Wait, are you connected to Jakif in any way? I'm the main character. Mohaha. Yes, Mirren is the main character. Bang. Oh, right, he said flatly. Forgot to tell you. This is Mirren, second-year medical student. She's interning under Recovery Girl. Mirren bowed politely, a gentle smile lighting up her face. Nice to meet you all. Nice to meet all of you. Guys, I couldn't even read that properly. Her smile was so sweet, it instantly turned Kirishima and Midoriya bright red. Aizawa eyed her curiously. You seem to know Bakugo. That part makes sense, but how does he know you? Mirren opened her mouth. Oh, well, if we're gonna talk for 5 hours, why drag me in here in the first place? Bakugo snapped. Bro's always yelling. Bakugo! Please, like, chill for 1 second. Like, you don't always gotta be yelling. This reminds me of Saikuno. Remember how, like, Saikuno would, like, say stuff? Like, when we were reading the Saikuno files, he would always, like, text something in all caps. And he'd be like, oh my gosh, that's so crazy! But also let me in. No, I'm Cloyd's homie, Saibao. Oh, I don't know if you're Cloyd's homie, because if that's the case, then you would never tell me Saibao. Let's see this. Bakugo snapped, fists crackling with tiny sparks. I can treat my own damn wounds! Everyone flinched and covered their ears. Everyone except Mirren. She simply stood there with her eyes closed, smiling, like she found his temper adorable. Aizawa sighed, hard. Whatever, I'm leaving. He walked out, paused at the doorway, glanced back at Bakugo for a split second, then left for good. Midoriya hurried over Mirren, lifting his wrist. Mirren-san, could you check this? It's been hurting during punches. Oh, of course, she said, grabbing her clipboard instantly and examining the swollen area with surprising professionalism. Behind them, Kirishima dragged Bakugo toward Recovery Girl before he lost another limb mid-tantrum. Shoto silently joined Midoriya and waited patiently for his turn to speak with Mirren about his minor frostburn and overheating issues. The room filled with soft conversation, medical instructions, and Recovery Girl's scolding mutters. Eventually, everyone finished. Thank you so much, Midoriya said, as he bowed repeatedly. Kirishima waved energetically. See ya, Mirren! Todoroki nodded calmly in her direction. You're very capable. As the group turned to leave, Bakugo glanced over his shoulder for just a moment, barely a second. Yet Mirren caught it immediately. She lifted her hand and gave him the softest little wave. Her smile was warm, honey-like, reassuring. Bakugo's heart stuttered, only for a second. Then he scowled like nothing happened and walked out. Mirren stifled a laugh. His exaggerated reactions weren't scary, just unexpectedly cute. Shaking her head, she returned to organizing medical files. I think low-key you stole Cloyd from him, Fumi. I think that's the issue. Is that the case? Yep, that's me, honey-like. This is so silly hearing my name. It's so... here's the thing. I mean, I guess people don't really read fanfics out loud. Like, it's something like people do when they're lonesome, I suppose. But, like, is there a way to replace your name? Like, I feel like that has to be a function where they're like, Wow. Would you like to replace every YN with like a name so that like you could be immersed in it? You know, like a little like ad libs, not ad libs. Is that what it's called? Fun libs. Mirren, you got some game. Damn. Yeah, actually, facts. It's for girls replacing themselves into the story. Yeah, but like, doesn't it take you out of immersion when you have to see the word Y or like the abbreviations YN all the time? You know? The moment the boys entered the locker room, chaos erupted. Oi. Oi. Baku. Okay, it's so interesting. It's so interesting. Like sometimes there's language that's like clearly like anime inspired. I don't know. I don't read fanfic. All right, guys, don't worry. I'm gonna get better at reading fanfic just for y'all. I'm getting used to the formatting. It's a little bit like it's a little choppy, I know, but we're gonna get into it. Oi, Bakugo, Kirishima whispered loudly. How do you know her? Previous school? Childhood friend? But whisper or not, Denki and Sero heard everything. Her? Denki screeched. Bakugo knows a pretty girl outside of UA? Sero gasped dramatically. And she knows him too? Bro, this is history, science, romance. Todoroki opened his locker. She used his first name. He added calmly. That usually implies closeness. Damn, Bakugo, you got a girlfriend? Sero teased, raising his eyebrows with the grin of a man ready to die. Kirishima tried to calm things down, but he failed instantly. The room was shaking with excitement, voices overlapping, Denki nearly climbing into Bakugo's personal space. And then Midoriya froze. His eyes widened. Guys? He whispered. Look at Gachan. Bakugo stood perfectly still. Steam seemed to rise off him. A vein throbbed at his temple. The locker door under his hand trembled violently. Midoriya signaled frantically with both hands. Abort mission! Retreat! Run! But Denki was already too far gone. Bakugo exhaled sharply. I don't know her and she doesn't know me! You useless extras! He roared, slamming his locker shut so hard it echoed like thunder. Everyone flinched. Even the metal lockers rattled. Without another word, Bakugo stormed out of the room, boots pounding the floor like explosions. Ida clapped his hands in panic. Everyone, we must give him space. Line up. Follow me quickly to the dorms. The boys scrambled out behind him. But Bakugo, he wasn't following them. He was walking somewhere else entirely. Somewhere no one ever expected. Tea? Tea? The evening. Bakugo was on his way to his usual spot, the quiet stretch near the river where he took his evening stroll. Even if he didn't admit it out loud, that place helped him clear his head better than any training session ever could. He wasn't bothered about Mirren's behavior from earlier. In fact, he shoved the memory into the back of his mind the moment it appeared. Right now, he was in his own world again. No one ever truly got to see. A place filled with thoughts he refused to voice. The evening air was brisk, the kind of chilly breeze that soothed the body without biting the skin. Cotton candy clouds floated lazily across the sky, blocking just enough sunlight to paint the world in soft golden hues. Bakugo walked slowly along the riverbank until he found his usual spot and lowered himself into the grass. He rested his chin on his hand, elbow on his knee, getting comfortable as he watched the astonishing sunset stretch across the water. The light shimmered in streaks of orange, red, and pink. For a rare moment, his mind quieted. Until it didn't. What are you doing here, Katsuki? Bakugo jerked back so suddenly that he nearly slipped on the grass. Huh? He snapped his eyes wide, already knowing the voice before he turned. Mirren stood there, hands behind her back, clearly trying not to laugh, but failing miserably. She burst into a fit of giggles and started his startled reaction. Oi, what are you laughing at? Bakugo exploded, face turning bright red out of pure shock. You know, it's surprising that you got scared by a girl like me. Mirren teased as she casually plopped down beside him, far too close for Bakugo's comfort. Huh? Who said I was scared? Why the hell would you think that? He barked back, voice echoing off the river. Bakugo, please stop yelling, please. Your reaction showed it, she shrugged. Bakugo gritted his teeth. No, I was just annoyed by your presence. Mirin only smiled, finding his predictable reactions amusing. Her calmness annoyed him even more. A few minutes passed. The breeze settled. Bakugo finally relaxed again, just a little, until a sudden thought struck him, reigniting his irritation. Why are you sitting here, huh? He snapped. Well, I always come here, you know, Mirin said softly, hugging her knees with a small smile. Bakugo blinked. Huh? I never saw you here. That's because you're always in your own world, she teased, poking his arm lightly. What are you saying? I'm not cautious of my surroundings? I'm just saying. Mirin sighed dramatically. You're thinking too much, Katsuki. Give your head a rest. Bakugo opened his mouth, ready to argue, but nothing came out. His throat tightened. His fingers curled inward as he stared at his palms. The faint sweat forming there annoyed him even more. Mirin noticed. Her smile faded slightly. She watched him quietly, memorizing every shift in his expression. A silence settled between them, surprisingly peaceful, surprisingly warm. After a while, Mirin dusted off her skirt and stood up. Well, I should go before it gets too late. Bakugo didn't move. He didn't even look up. Mirin tilted her head at him, and then she smirked. See, you're not cautious again, she sighed exaggeratedly. Honestly, Katsuki. Bakugo snapped back into reality. Huh? Get lost, you extra! He yelled, regaining his typical volume immediately. Mirin giggled at his comeback. Bye, Katsuki, she sang, waving before running off. But don't buy me, just get lost, he shouted after her, watching her disappear down the pathway. But when she was out of sight, Bakugo's expression faltered. A strange, unwelcome realization crept into his chest, tight and warm and confusing. He clenched his fist and scoffed, trying to brush it off. Tch, whatever, he muttered, turning back towards the UA dorms. As he walked, his mind refused to quiet. Thoughts rushed in again, thoughts he didn't want to acknowledge. He arrived at the dorms, opening the door to find total chaos. Everyone gathered in the common room, snacks scattered all over the table. Oh, Bakugo, you're home! Sarah waved a momo at him. Want to eat this? Bakugo snatched the momo without a word and made a beeline toward the stairs. He didn't yell. Mina blinked. Shoto tilted his head. Why is he so quiet today? Uraraka whispered to Deku. Do you think something happened today? Momo folded her arms thoughtfully. He's probably tired. Let's not bother him. Oh my gosh, there's so many characters in My Hero. Bakugo shut his bedroom door behind him and fell onto the bed, the back of his head resting on his hands as he stared up at the ceiling. Those words echoed again. Give your head a rest. And softer, more teasing. You're always in your own world. Bakugo scowled, clicking his tongue. What did she mean by that? But he didn't have the answer, and that irritated him more than anything else. Hi, Daddy Wop. Hi, Spanos111. Thank you for the follow. And yeah, hopefully everyone's enjoying this. I think my current feeling is like, wow, they really don't have like a lot of time together. Like they're honestly like, it's kind of the same thing over and over. Like, go meet his friends. He goes to his friends. They all tease him a little bit. Chaos erupts. And then he has like a really like very brief moment with her. And then it's just kind of like this back and forth. I mean, I guess it's okay. But I guess we hold on to this. The casual meetings. Bro, I swear every chapter has been called something meeting. The unusual meeting. The unexpected meeting. The something meeting. The late meeting. Interesting. The next day flowed like any other chaotic day in Class 2A. The schedule was normal, but the moments definitely weren't. Mineta had already been duct taped to a chair by Jiro after making one too many jokes. Denki fried part of the whiteboard, trying to help Sato with the marker that he swore was malfunctioning. And Ida tripped over his own legs while lecturing everyone about hallway discipline, again. By the time recess came, the stampede to the canteen shook the entire building. But Bakugo wasn't thinking about food at all. He was glued to his desk, frowning intensely at the complicated math question their teacher had left on the board. This, the teacher had declared, will determine who among you is the smartest student, which was basically the equivalent of telling Bakugo, your pride is on the line. So now he was suffering. Momo and Todoroki stayed behind to try the question too, both equally serious. Mina, Kirishima, and Denki didn't even try. Denki said his brain started smoking just looking at the numbers. Halfway through, Momo sighed in defeat. There must be a trick. This seems impossible. Todoroki nodded, pushing the paper away. Yeah, maybe the teacher just wants to test our mental endurance. Bakugo scoffed. Quitters, all of you. He snapped a pencil in half out of sheer frustration and grabbed a new one. He kept going, alone, until the noise from outside got too loud. Can you guys keep it down? Get out of class now! Tokoyami leaned into the door. Oh wait, we haven't seen Tokoyami in this whole entire time. It's his first moment. Tokoyami leaned into the doorway, unfazed. Why don't you work outside? We're done with lunch. Why would I leave, huh? As if I'd listen to you, damn it! And yet, 3 seconds later, Bakugo gathered his books and stormed out. Even though the cafeteria was chaos, no one dared to approach him. He was radiating enough explosive energy to power Kaminari for a full week. He dropped into a chair by himself, slamming his notebook open and immediately scribbling equations again. Across the canteen, Miriam had just gotten her food when she spotted him, alone, angry, and clearly losing a battle with math. She walked over without hesitating. She leaned over his shoulder to peek. Whoa, you're struggling with math? She said, blinking innocently. Didn't know you were a bad student. Bakugo didn't even look up. Huh? I'm not a weak student. I'm the top student. Huh? Huh? You again? Huh? He flinched when he finally looked up and realized it was Mirin. His eyebrow twitched. Hello, Katsuki. She sat down across from him calmly. Why are you here? Don't you have, I don't know, nurse things to do? I'm still a student. I also have lunch breaks, she replied with thumbs up, already eating. But you seem to be having trouble. I'm not struggling. Get lost, Bakugo snapped, turning back his notebook with exaggerated focus. Miriam didn't argue. She just ate peacefully, while sneakily glancing at his notebook and mentally solving the entire problem in under 10 seconds. Bakugo remained aggressively concentrated. Miriam remained aggressively unbothered. It was peaceful chaos. After finishing her food, Miriam stood up and peeked once more. Let the value be x, she said casually. Then just do simultaneous equations. That'll work. Bakugo froze. Huh? Oh. The solution hit him instantly. He grabbed his pen, wrote rapidly, and solved the equation he had been stuck on for 15 minutes straight. He shot up from his seat. Oi! How'd you figure that out so fast? Hey! But she was already walking away. I'm a medical student, you know? She called over her shoulder. Bye, Katsuki! She waved without looking back. Bakugo stared at her, furious and weirdly impressed. Why is she aura farming? Guys, she's aura farming math. He slammed his notebook closed and stood to finally get his food. Clink. He looked down. A tray full of food sat on his table. Huh? For one moment, he actually thought it was Mirin's, but then he remembered she walked away holding her tray. This one she left on purpose. His face went a bit pink. Annoying extra, but he ate everything. After all the classes ended, Bakugo headed to his usual sunset spot. He told himself it was to relax, but a small part of him, one he refused to admit existed, wondered if a certain someone would show up. And, to his horror and secret relief, she did. Mirin. Do you come here every day? Bakugo. Yeah. And why are you here? I'm not here to have a small talk with you. Mirin flopped down beside him dramatically. Man, today so many people got injured. I'm so tired. Bakugo crossed his arms. Those things are easy. Oh? She raised a brow. If it's so easy, you're welcome to do it yourself. Huh? Why would I do your job? Do it. Oh my gosh, Bakugo would be just such an annoying boyfriend, bro. Oh, it's killing me. Stop screaming. She ignored him. So, what did you guys do in hero class today? Why should I tell you? Stick to your job. I want to know, she complained dramatically. You don't need to know. And then she poked his arm. Bakugo short-circuited. Stop that! Mirin laughed. You're so fun to annoy. But Bakugo sputtered, I'm not fun to annoy! And so the entire evening went on with nonstop talk, bickering, sarcastic comments, and Miran's endless teasing, while the sunset shimmered quietly behind them, the perfect backdrop for two idiots who would never admit they enjoyed each other's company. Alright, guys. Constantly getting yelled at. Mando, thank you. Thank you for being here. I genuinely think that's enough. Like I think this is great to read in your head. I think this is great to read in your head, but this is so exhausting to read. Like, daily hangouts. It's so exhausting to read, like, Bakugo fanfic out loud. Like, I can't be screaming all the time. But, you know, I rate this like 7 out of 10. You know, like, this is cool. This is like, it was like a good introduction to a Wattpad story. I think it's chill bill. It's fun. I can't wait to find a different story, but I think it was a good experience. These look so interesting. Like they have such intricate, I mean, maybe it's AI generated. Grace Dunn. Like, how many people watch or listen to this? Is 14 views. The Rose and Dagger. Oh, they took a different like cover art from a different book. This is so interesting. The world of Wattpad. Okay, and this isn't like top 30 because the viewership is not high for like these later ones. So this number 1 here, or maybe this fantasy romance is not a very competitive category. The Tyrant's Gentle Wife. The B-word princess. Let's just see this. We're going to read chapter 1 of The Tyrant's. This is the number 1. Okay, this is the number 1 in fantasy. What is this? Fantasy romance? The Tyrant's Gentle Wife. Everyone expected the quiet princess to die. The Tyrant King had buried wives before, and the fragile girl forced to marry him was supposed to become just another forgotten tragedy. But the soft-spoken queen does something no one expected. She survived. Let's see this. He doesn't knock. The door closes behind him with a soft, deliberate click. Wait, hold on. Let me turn this back on. The door closes behind him with a soft, deliberate click, the kind meant to sound intimate instead of intrusive. The chamber smells faintly of candle wax and old parchment. The fire burned low to embers. Moonlight spills through the tall window where I sit, pale and silver, painting the floor in long, quiet bars. I am pretending to read. The book rests open in my lap, its spine cracked from years of comfort, but the words blur together. I have been staring at the same paragraph for too long, tracing the margins with my thumb as if repetition might turn the past into something safer. Then, warmth brushes my cheek. His lips, familiar, gentle. I startle violently, breath ripping from my chest as my body reacts. Before my mind can catch up, the book slips and lands face down on the rug. He chuckles softly, breath warm against my skin. Still so jumpy, he murmurs, kissing my cheek again. Slower this time, lingering like he owns the moment, like he owns me. His hands settle on my shoulders, thumbs stroking in a mockery of comfort. You always were sensitive. I twist away, heart hammering, the moonlight catching the sharp line of his jaw, the softness of his mouth features I once thought kind, thought safe. Don't. I say. The word comes out small. I hate that. He doesn't move back. He steps closer, crowding my space, forcing me to tilt my head up to look at him. His eyes are calm, patient, the same eyes that once watched me like I was something precious. You used to like it, he says mildly, when I touched you. I liked it when I thought you loved me, I snapped. Something shifts then, not regret. irritation. He leans down, aiming for my lips, confident, unquestioning. Guys, okay, I might abort mission. Okay, wait, I'm gonna power through in this first chapter, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm very much considering aborting mission. I like never read like fantasy like stories like this. This is true fantasy romance, but this is like dead ass just like a like a girl's fantasy. Like it's making me kind of blush. I'm not gonna lie. I shove at his chest with both hands, panic surging, my palms stinging as they collide with solid muscle. You're getting married tomorrow. Wait. You're getting married tomorrow, I say, breath shaking. Don't touch me. His hands snap around my wrists, mid-push, twisting them down painfully between us. The movement is sharp, practice, not enough to bruise, just enough to remind me he is stronger. You're overreacting, he says calmly. Pain flares up my arms. My eyes burn. Let go of me. Stop acting hysterical. His grip tightens when I struggle. You always do this, turn emotions into drama. I imagined you wouldn't lie to me, I whispered. He scoffs. I never lied. You simply misunderstood your place. The words knock the breath from my lungs. I swallow hard, my voice breaking despite my effort to keep it steady. I thought you loved me. He released one wrist only to grab my chin, fingers digging in, forcing my face up so I can't look away. His touch is not tender now. It is corrective. I was kind to you, he said. That is not the same thing. Tears spill over, hot and silent, tracing my cheeks. He watches them fall like they're an inconvenience. You told me you wanted me, I choked. You said you couldn't stop thinking about me. And I meant it, he replies easily. Men want many things they don't intend to ruin their lives for. Something caves in my chest. I would have chosen you, I whispered. I would have stood behind you. I would have given up. He laughs, sharp and cruel, and shoves me backward. My spine slams into the window. The glass rattles violently behind my head, the cold seeping through the fabric of my dress. Don't be pathetic, he snaps. You were never an option. The word never rings in my ears. You came to me, I sobbed. You kissed me first. You said I was different. And you believed it. He says flatly, that was your greatest failing. I tried to move to get past him, but he catches my arms and slams them above my head against the glass. The shock sends a jolt of pain through my shoulders. I cry out, the sound sharp and humiliating. Stop, I plead, please. See, he murmurs, always begging, always grateful for scraps. Wait. Okay, so that's basically like what it's like for the rest of the time. I don't think I can go on reading this. Sorry, chat. I don't know if you were immersed in that, but I think we're done. I think we've lived out what this. I think we've lived out what the tyrant's gentle wife is. I mean, we could probably tell from the freaking book cover, but that was solid. That was solid, guys. We did it. We read fanfic on Wattpad. And would I ever do it again? I don't know. I'll just AI summary the rest later. Oh my gosh. Wait, I actually can't believe that happened. I know it's like not that big of a deal, but like I don't like that was. This is a world. This is like a world. It's like almost too overstimulating for me. Okay, yeah. That was crazy. Wattpad. I love Wattpad. Do I or do I not? I did try to find, I think this was like our bedtime story for the night. I don't know if it would keep you awake or help you fall asleep, but that was kind of our chosen story. I just wanted to venture what Wattpad was like, and maybe we'll find something a little more mundane next time around. Something I did want to do was kind of just like take a little second to make some fan art, probably just all chill out together, do something a little more vibey and just kind of listen to good music. Y'all can feel free to also cue up music that you guys like, but I've been wanting to something I've been doing is I've been drawing with my little cousins. And funnily enough, I actually never kind of know what it is that I want to draw. And I was thinking, I was like, maybe, and my cousin goes and she says, you should draw, because I asked her, I'm like, what do I even draw? And she said, you should draw your favorite character. And I was like, what is my favorite character? Like, what even is my favorite character? I have no idea. And I thought further, and I'm like, you know what? I could draw Fade from Valorant. And I think that would just give me some kind of joy. Like, I haven't done fan art in a really long time. So that's what we're going to do, is I'm going to draw Fade from Valorant. And it should be pretty awesome sauce. But let me put some music on. We're going to put on, I was looking up, I've just like missed, I got, whoever knows what happened to Shiloh Dynasty. I don't know what led me to be thinking about Shiloh Dynasty. Maybe I was looking at edits or something, but I found a kind of like Shiloh Dynasty dupe. Oh, I know, it was D4T. D4T had this music stream today where he was making a tier list of music, and he was watching Nice Guys. I don't know where he ranked it. But then he was asking me to submit music, and I didn't end up doing it, but I was just thinking about like, what's like OG music that I used to really like, and it was Shiloh Dynasty. And now I found this artist called Jada Parker, and they're like a good vibe. Hi Lilligan, it's great to see you. Thank you for the sub with Prime. Thank you for the Prime sub. I'm sorry I didn't react. I was just like, my what's it? My alerts are quieted right now. But thank you for the sub, and thank you for supporting this channel. Let me get set up. We're gonna actually be filling out this one out of 10. Oh, bang, bang, bang. We're gonna get started on this sketchbook. Well, I say started, but really we're just continuing the sketchbook. And it's for Trigger, who's actually kind of bought this sketchbook from me. He gifted 400 subs, and there are some pages that I'm still having to fill out, and we're gonna be working on those pages today, doing some fan art. So we're gonna just honestly just rip it and get going. Let me just check on what drawing cam looks like right now. Bang. There's drawing cam. It's always like, I don't, oh. It's always, somehow not oriented the right way, the drawing cam. Okay. This looks good. I have to clear my desk. Thank you for the follow. 9 FVS. It's great to see you. Welcome to this channel. Okay. Bang. Don't focus too much on my nails. And then we're just gonna rip it. 9 FVS. Hi, 9. What does FVS stand for? Let me find a pencil, actually. I don't know why I can't find any pencils nowadays. Hi, Jan. It's great to see you. I say like 9-5s. Oh, 9-5s. I get it. How was your weekend? Jan, how was your weekend? It's great to see you. Let's see, I could have like the light on. I could have the light off. I think I like light off. This is actually not an ideal cam, no lie. It's like just so short. There is a random rooster in my neighborhood. Wait, that's crazy. I punched a wall because I bowl like shit. Wait, that's actually crazy. I don't know why I've always seen your, I'm sorry, I've always seen your name and I've thought, not bowling. I've thought of bowls, like actual just bowls. Is that terrible? Hi, Chaika-sama, having a good night. I just read some My Hero fanfic, and it was a time. I read wattpad fanfic. Also, I can't speak today. I'm sorry, guys. I'm stumbling over my words. I feel like I have a lot of brain fog going on right now. I have no idea why. But bear with me while I'm here. Fade. Today right now we're doing some fan art. I haven't done like fan art of Fade at all. We're just gonna like explore what that would look like. We're probably gonna do a bunch of different portraits. Nah, other people thought the same. I've actually always thought of your name like I always think of like Dawn Bowls actually. But yeah, how about you, Cheka-sama? How was your guys' weekend? I was saying earlier that the highlight of my weekend. Oh, you guys can't hear the music. That's so sad. I was saying earlier that my highlight of the weekend is in fact seeing my family. Cloyd actually got to meet my family and it was awesome. It did make him late for his celebration. Benny the Drink fanboy. Yo, hurry up and start the game. What game? W Family? Yeah, actually, if you guys don't know, I moved to Texas and it's just nice to have family in town. I just got to see him the last couple of weeks. And yeah. It's also just great seeing like other Hmong people. Okay, wait. Guys, I'm just gonna say that if my drawing right now is actually trash, I'm just not gonna do anything tonight. I'm just gonna sit here in silence. I'm just gonna go nonverbal. Cause I actually feel so much brain fog. I can't place where the brain fog is coming from. I wonder if like I'm getting sick. That's like what always scares me is like when I feel it like so off. I'm like, what could possibly be so off right now that I feel like I'm getting sick. I feel like a burning on the forefront of my head. Love the nails. All my nails are actually not matching. Look, they're all different. It's because like I've been taking my nails on and off and just replacing it with like a different one. Do you frame your drawings? Are you okay, Benny the Drake fanboy? Do you draw on W Place? As much as I want to understand you, Benny the Drake fanboy, I don't frame my drawings though. I don't typically do that. LOL, hey, I'm Hmong too. I knew that, Chaika. My weekend has been alright. Didn't do much. Just being lazy. Haha. I've been trying to get into writing my own little story. However, it's been rough. Wait, that's so cool. What kind of story do you like to write? What kind of stories do you like to write? Like what genre? I think I'm gonna make her more anime-like than, like, of course, her original character is. I think I've decided that I don't really like... I mean, I like the style of Valorant, but I also just, like, want to make it in my own style as well. We're just gonna start with, like, a simple portrait of her, and then we'll make other, like, other things. Hi, Sup Birdie. I'll be working off stream while I chill in here. Thanks, Ivan. Oh my gosh, hi, Sup Birdie. I am on my drawing arc. I'm currently doing some... What's it? I'm currently doing... Oh, the angle is so bad. Some fade art. But honestly, I feel so out of it today. I'm like, this is actually embarrassing. I hate to, like, fail in front of you guys, but, you know, sometimes you have good drawing days and sometimes you have bad drawing days, and this might be one of the bad drawing days. I was talking about having a really seriously bad brain fog right now, and I fear it's me getting sick, but you know, we don't talk about that. But actually, this was kind of inspired by Sup Birdie. He just made some crazy good Sova fan art. It was Sova and another character, I forget. But I just remember seeing it and I was like, oh my gosh, this is sick. And I should try drawing some kind of, like, Valorant character. What don't you understand? What I didn't understand was, yo, hurry up and start the game. That's what I didn't understand. I don't draw anymore because AI took my motivation. Bro, you gotta say things right the first time. Benny the Drake fanboy. Your drawing is worlds better than mine. Thank you, Dare. Just Birdie is fine. You're right, huh? I always say sup Birdie. I think it's just because I'm reading it, but Birdie is great too. Birdie, you know, I actually... What did I name my ukulele? I named my ukulele Birdie, I think. I think it's actually funny. That's like the most Filipino thing ever. Like connection ever to make. But whenever I see your name, I think of my ukulele. I'm just remembering now, like, okay, here's the thing. The reference I'm looking at for Fade right now, she's scowling down, like she's looking down and it's throwing me. Honestly, I should just sketch this really quickly and like, GG, try for next, you know? Like, I should just get this done. And... let's see... I'm trying to animify her. I think adapting things into your own style is always, like, really difficult. And I'm sorry, chat. Let me lock in for 2 seconds on this drawing because I want to do well. Frickin' Birdie is watching me. Well, kind of. He's here. And if it's bad, we just go GG's for next. Holy hair, bro. And you know what? I actually, this 3/4 angle here, I actually can't draw, like, this angle from the left side. I can only draw it from the right side. So if I do it digitally, I literally just flip it if it needs to be done in the other, like, drawn from a different angle or the opposite angle. I do want to give her stronger features and less, like... and more, I mean, she's supposed to be expressionless, but she's not really an expressionful person. Okay. Okay, wait. Actually devastating y'all seeing this all from a different angle. I love seeing other people's drawing process. Bruh, I'm like the least judgmental person when it comes to art. Oh, thank God. That's true. I'll have less anxiety about it. I feel like, Birdie, you're just like such an unjudgmental person. It's really great. Okay. Optimal angles. We're never going to find an optimal angle. We aren't. I actually don't even know why, like, this camera, like, is dead zoomed in so far and there's nothing I can do about it. Like, I think it's, like, that makes sense. If I could have it, like, right there. Don't tell me I need a new tripod or anything like that. That'd be devastating. Bear with me, y'all. I mean, that's something, not nothing. This light needs to not turn on. Okay, and then we'll do this. Does that fuck people up? It fucks me up, I'm sorry. It's okay, I'll just show you guys incrementally as time goes on. Weird tone, I'm in text. English is not my first language. Oh, I'm sorry, Benny the Drake fanboy. I think AI art does have one reason to exist and be used, and that's for disabled people who would enjoy to be creative but lack the abilities to, like unable to move their hands or something. It would need to be refined to work on a per stroke basis though, so they have even more ability than current AI. Honestly, so long as you don't use it as a means to an end, it's an amazing tool for any artist, whether it be to get inspiration or a neat idea for references. Birdie, wait, it's actually such a relief that you say that in a way. I think I have the same opinion overall. I think that even as artists, like we're gonna have to find a way to adapt with technology. I think that's just the way forward, is that we can't fight it necessarily. We can fight for like, I think, you know, copyright usages and what like, and creative like integrity, like anything has always been the case. But I think that it's been, especially when it comes to like webtoon and animation and adapt keyword. Yeah, adapting I think is super key. Because I really, when I was making my webtoon, I really needed like composition, like help with composition, just being a beginner, and referencing for poses that like it's like I couldn't even get specific on. So for sure, like composition and just like referencing like buildings and stuff like that, and even like AI that's being integrated into certain tools where you can start to rotate like chairs or rotate like turn things into like 3D objects, I think is like really useful just as an artist in all different ways. So I've always been in the place of like, yes, I want to preserve the creative rights like any like I think anyone wants to. And I think it really sucks to like see people use AI purely for like promotional posters and like marketing. Like I think there should be some integrity in terms of that. I think that's where things get really blurred. It's just like I feel like that's when it gets used for evil, when you're taking the value away from artists and you're turning it into something that's more like anyone can do it type of situation. I think that's where unfortunately a lot of like artists are starting to lose heart. And I mean I lose heart in that of like, wow, like especially because I worked in marketing, and for people to come to me with references and be like, it's so easy, like I'll type it into AI, I'm just like, oh gosh, like that's so like like whatever, like you've devalued my job because you think you can do it all the better or whatever with AI. But hi, White Darkle, Yofumi, you look so small. I look small. What do you mean, White Darkle? But it's also great to see you here. I think there is more than enough IRL stuff to reference. I couldn't think of something I'd ask AI to do for me as a reference. I'd just Google. I think one thing more important than trying to put morality on how to use AI is that we need to teach people when to use AI, because nowadays a lot of people even use AI to just Google some dumb shit. And AI is extremely resource intensive. So before we talk about how we should and shouldn't use AI, we should first talk about reducing the overall usage of AI to waste less resources. Hi, offline mode, glorpsy. Yeah, I definitely get that. I wonder, I mean, that's where I feel like the biggest disconnect is going to happen with like the new gen is how much that like they lean on AI to do stuff for them, and like but also what other skills that they're going to have room for because of how I don't know, I think there's just different shortcuts to things. I mean, for our generation, what was that? Thank you for following offline mode. For the generation before us, what was that like? Like for us, relationships, you know, online relationships, like that's something that develops a lot faster. Like you guys are even watching me on stream right now, you know, you guys, and we have a community, like we have this online community, and we're kind of constantly, there's an ability to constantly create relationships through every single day. Also we have social media, like that's what the generation before us gets on us for, is like social media is making us depressed. We're getting so much more out of like being able to see other people's lives and compare ourselves and connect and develop relationships. And that's even like a rapidly increasing rate of how much news that we intake during the day. Like that changes. Like for us, like we find things out quicker than anyone else has. And now we have to deal with like AI, like getting tricked by AI and AI news, you know, certain things that could even get us in our generation. So, and we feel pretty much, you know, the whole process of like texting someone every day or being in an online community, or just how much media we take in every day, doom scrolling. I mean, yeah, definitely the generation before us looks at that and is like, wow, you guys have so much going on. Like, how do you guys even function with all like the shortcut to like being in a community and posting about your life and then comparing with others? Like that seems like such an overwhelming concept. And for us, we're looking at the new generation come out and we're like, whoa, you are leaning so much on AI. Like y'all don't even know how to write. Your guys is like what we see as foundational skills, which I still think are foundational skills. Bro, you got a podcast mindset. Very well spoken too. Sup, Birdie? I'm fighting my brain fog right now. But you guys really got me on a tangent. Well, for the generation before us, it was not breathing lead as much anymore. Debbie not breathing lead and not smoking cigarettes, just vapes. Aside that, AI can really easily do mistakes without itself even noticing, which goes from simple typos to critical calculation errors. So everything it produces should just be taken with salt. Me and Cloyd were talking about this before as well, because, and I don't know how you guys would feel about this, but I was reached out to by a brand to essentially create my own game via AI prompt. And I think it's a very interesting thing. And for me, I come from a family of like software engineers and developers, and I grew up in game development. I've always wanted to create my own game, and something like a tool, and I'll just tell you guys right now, developers use AI every day nowadays. My people in my family who are knee deep in software engineering and just like that field, computer science field in general, like AI is such like an essential tool to optimize efficiency. And for me, in my mindset, like creating a game via prompt, and then I feel like the intention behind it is to create like a base game, and then from the base game that you create, you optimize it and customize it in a way that you want to. I don't think it's as straightforward as like, okay, now you have a full-fledged game based off one prompt. I think it's a playable game, but whether it's like a full-fledged game with soul, like that's not possible. Yeah, create your own game right now. Why are we yapping? Let's make a banger. Facts. Gen Z is the first generation to underperform the previous generation. Never happened before. Ooh, what do you mean by first generation to underperform? Are we talking about like unemployment, or like in terms of like how are we gauging success? Are we gauging success college, education, literacy, high paying jobs? For real, ChatGPT can literally build you the code to an app game without you having to pay thousands for a 4-year program. Yeah, it's totally, I mean, it's changing the world. It is. The creative fields, the developing fields, computer science fields. I think underperformance in school via grades and behavior. It can also incredibly suck at doing that. I had used it for a rather simple monitor through LUA in a game, and it kept fucking up every third prompt. So I never got where I wanted to. Yeah, I think it's so interesting too. I think of I mean, there's so many different like tools that can be used that are optimized for different needs according to what you're developing. Of course, I haven't gone into it, but maybe I will. But I've always wanted to make, for me, like I think ideally I would make like a story-based game, like a role-playing game, but also incorporate like streamers and my friends, and even adding you guys into it, just like as like NPCs and characters, and then adding voice lines I think would be really cool. Gosh, it seems like so much fun. Just kind of like a choose your own adventure, but make it like have fun, dumb fantasy fantasy twist on it. I suppose that's where the actual human comes in and prompts for a solution, or watch YouTube tutorial maybe, haha. If we talk in terms of evolution, Gen Z is a downgrade. Wow. Gen Z is underperforming the previous generation in all skills across the board. They read worse, they write worse, they struggle more with communication, their math skills are worse, they retain memory worse. Yeah, that's not good. We're starting to feel like Idiocracy. Have you guys seen Idiocracy before? I think about it maybe 5 times a year, maybe. It's really good at super common frameworks, but you have to go in and fix shit yourself when there's an actual bug. Yeah, that's where, you know, actually knowing computer science and being good at developing comes in play. I got a friend who has a diploma in software engineering, so he did it for me. It took him 15 minutes with some feedback. Yeah, that sounds like William. If you guys don't know, Will is in computer science. He's very smart. That's Ivan Farn right there, my lead mod. Okay, hold on. Back to some drawing. Since we're talking art, I'm gonna lock back in on this. Bang. I think I need to make her ear come out a little farther. But yeah, I secretly have not, I mean, I had, obviously I was very hesitant when it came to AI art and just like where that was going. Obviously I wasn't a huge fan of when it first came out, and you know, artists were having issues with their work getting stolen and getting referenced off of, and people literally making dupes of their works. But yeah, hopefully I'm really enjoying people who still love like the soul that comes out of art, you know, and the creativity around it. I think something else that went viral was also an anime that was made purely off of AI, and it was pretty decent for the most part, I think, is what people's feedback was. Here's the thing though, I think that it could improve the quality of life for Japanese animation developers. I don't know if you guys know, but they get, Japan has a really high, and you know, content warning, but they have a really high suicide rate. And so much of it, I mean, the isekais, if you guys are in the know, like literally, like it's the basis for a lot of isekais, where literally they work themselves to death, where they just die from exhaustion. And like work culture in Japan is just really tough and rough, especially on animators. Well, I don't know, especially on animators. Maybe it's like that's across the board, but there's a lot of stories about animators that are just overworked and underpaid. And so if they could even get help from AI to animate more efficiently, but also take a little bit of edge off of them, gosh, that would be so nice. It is something I think about. The work culture in Japan is insane. It is insane. Yeah, I love that. ChatGPT failed to do so across 4 days. Yeah, maybe, I don't think ChatGPT is specialized in development though. I could be wrong. An AI that I genuinely enjoy working with is Gemini, which is mostly just yapping about ideas. I've barely noticed any mistakes it did compared to ChatGPT. I heard Gemini is good for like more creative, creating what creative needs. Topic self-delete rates. I was called a racist homophobic because I was asked why I don't celebrate Pride Month, and my answer was that I personally prefer men's mental health. I was insulted for like 2 minutes straight for having a preference that actually affects me. Like instead of celebrating Pride Month, but like how does anyone celebrate Pride Month really? It's just like it's like a month dedicated, and if it is relevant to you the same way like Women's Month is relevant to you, then you celebrate Women's Month, I guess. But you personally prefer men's mental health. Like between the months, you feel like men's mental health is more of like a priority to you, or other which way. You can do both. I think men's mental health is very important. Yeah, I started thinking about it. I was just like so lost in it. I was just like, shit, y'all are screwed. I mean, not really, but it is most definitely like a topic that I'm not even sure what like I'm not even in the know anymore about how like men talk with one another anymore. I used to be like, not even used to be, I just like feel like I saw a lot more of it growing up, no lie, just like guys confiding in one another. Nowadays, like I don't see much of that. Maybe because I was more nosy then. Maybe it's because like I'm meeting more guys and losing more and more faith in guys as I get older. Evil men, bro. Evil men. I rather celebrate men's mental is this month men's mental health month because I have 4 attempts. I have absolutely nothing to do with Pride. It doesn't affect me. I don't mind them doing their thing. Oh, well, it's not like you do anything particular to celebrate it. I mean, it makes sense. It depends on the circles you surround yourself with. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, nah, it's just a thing. Nah, there's great guys out there. I think I'm just being silly. I will say though, I have found a new pet peeve on Valorant though, and I complain about it a lot more off stream because I think I just IGL a lot more off stream. But sometimes I'll recommend like, you know, just like something to do in a comp game. And then low-key a man or a boy will say this exact same suggestion I said in terms of IGLing, and then everyone will go like, oh, like that seems like a good idea. That's like my new pet peeve in Valorant. It happens like actually a lot more often than y'all would think. Like it's actually devastating. And I go like dead ass because because he said it, like it'll literally be like 2 seconds afterward. All right, we're just gonna move on with this freaking fade drawing, bro. Fumi is a great guy. I heard she's packing 3 feet. Dead ass. No, your feeling is valid because dudes be whack AF. That's fair and understandable. You could try to phrase it in a way that acknowledges both problems but states that you want to spread awareness for Men's Mental Health Month. Yeah, but there's just like your straightforward German guy. It's like one or the other. It's like, well, you know what matters to me is this. As someone who somewhat knows you, I don't think you are either. Pride is a celebration of queerness. It's not something that requires you to personally celebrate. I think your preference is your preference and it's okay. Love you, Mercedes. I'm about it. Oh, I have this reference of fade that I want to try. That's a lot more expressive, thank goodness. Okay, we'll try it over. I mean, this is going to be like a fade page. Also, hi, Fumi Queen. Hi, Mercedes. How have you been? How are you doing today? How was your weekend? You know what I might do? As I might actually draw on a different... I might draw on a different notebook. And then just kind of... yeah. And then I'll Frankenstein it. Just kind of feeling that today. Just relaxing today. I'm glad. Oh my gosh. A good relaxing day. Give yourself a little break. W Drawings, by the way. Thank you, Snappy. Or, sorry. Thank you, Chicken. Bro, I just like see you and I think Snappy. But I'll call you by your new username too. Not to bring up the dead name. How do you guys feel about using someone's like legal name, like if you met them online? For me, like I've always thought of like even if I knew a streamer's legal name, it's very rare that I switch over to that legal name unless everyone around me calls them by their legal name. Because to me, like I think it's like their online name is like a cute little it's like almost like a nickname. And unless I'm seeing them all the, yeah, like for Muse, like I'll call him Carrie a lot, but that's because people in his, like, people in our life, like, just call him Carrie. Like, there's like a distinction between those two. Hi, Braylock. Hi, Brayden. Chat, Alec is losing his V card. Bro, I do not want to know that. Is he over at your place? I mean, was he home? It's gonna go back to Snappy once I can change it again. Oh, no worries then. Imagine you have a long-term girlfriend or even a wife, and after 5 years of calling her pet names, you call her by her name, death certificate. I sometimes turn my head because some people use my IRL name as usernames. Oh, interesting. Happy for y'all. I'm happy for you and Alec, Brayden. I'm super happy for y'all. I wish you guys all the love. Happy Pride. I mean, I don't think I guys, I'm gonna be so real. I use Cloyd's online name. Is that weird? He's my boyfriend. I use his online name. You pronounce that extra Y? They? Oh yeah. Say that one more time. Y'all. Happy for y'all. I do kind of ask this though because when I first met, something that happened when I first met Cloyd, Cloyd actually kind of low-key baited me, and he said that we weren't friends. Like he did. Okay, here's the thing. I hit 1K, and okay. You pronounce the extra Y. Oh, his online name, Cloyd. I say it like that, yes. But I hit 1K, and it was actually Cloyd who got me to 1K. Like he announced it, and he like pushed it his followers to also follow me. Like, I don't know, he was being really sweet. Got me my last like 12 followers, I think. And then I thought, like, I started crying. I was really like touched. I was like, wow, like Kenny and Chloe, like you guys are like such great streamer friends. Like, I love this. And then like a week after, he's in a call. We're on a call, or no, he's on a stream or something like. I know. I think we're in a call, in a group call, and he says, no, Fumi's not even like. He's like, Fumi's not even my friend. Like, I don't even know her. He's like, I don't even know her name. I was like, bro, we're not friends because you don't know my like legal name. So he's particular about getting to like, they're not his friend, I guess, until he knows like they're legal. So yeah, I ended up sharing. He was like the only streamer that I told like my legal to, and I think it's so silly. And it was one of the things in the very beginning when we first started dating. I was like salty, bitter over, because I was like, I can't believe like you would not claim me as your friend if I didn't share this information with you. Because yeah, I think a lot of streamers are still my friends. Good night, Pookie. Are you going to sleep? Good night. Yeah, that's a bit dumb. Oh, he's here. It is sleep time. Okay. Good night. Guys, I should probably end stream too. Hold on, let me finish this. Sleep well. I think I should actually probably sleep earlier today. That way I can stream for you guys during the day. Fumisomia, insomnia bean. Do you have a schedule or does it vary? Lately I've been doing later night streams. And that's just been kind of like where my day has landed in terms of like getting everything else cleared out of my day and then streaming at night. But sometimes if I, you know, I'm running somewhere or I'm getting ready for something, then I'll make sure to stream a little bit before the event happens. If I know I'm not streaming that night, it's typically what happens. She spins a roulette. Kind of. I really do want to be able to stream every day, but I think it's also being on editing for other platforms as well. Sometimes I'll take a day to just like edit. And typically I don't stream over the weekends sometimes. So an attempt is made every day. Hi, Bang Bros, JMac. But you guys will always get notified via the Discord. And you'll know, but if you guys do end up missing me on the off times, then I have a YouTube channel that I'll be uploading onto, and you guys know, like my Instagram is available. Also, we hit 5K on the Instagram. That was a huge awesome sauceness thing that happened. Whoa, LMFO. That name is crazy. I actually have no idea what Bang Bros JMac is. What is that? Is it a bad reference to something? Should I stop saying it over and over? Okay, here's the update. This camera is so bad. But it's okay. This is fade, kind of. I wanted to do something for more full body today, but I think we'll just continue tomorrow making fade art. We're filling out this sketchbook for Trigger, who I found his real life name, IRL name, is Seth. But, you know, I was thinking about the whole Trigger thing. Just feels odd to call him Seth, but I think it doesn't matter either which way. I started calling him Seth because Chloe started calling him Seth. Loker genuinely. Bang Bros is a porn site. JMac is a porn star. Oh, okay. Thanks, Will. Bang. This is fun. I think this was a great little thing to get done. It kind of makes me want to play Valorant. I'm not gonna lie, guys. When I unstream, I might play one Valorant game. I've decided that I don't really want to stream Valorant as often, probably lately. I think I've enjoyed our Just Chattings a lot more than my Valorant streams. And I think if we do Valorant, maybe some Swift play stuff, or I'll stream like my rank up games maybe. Just kind of poke fun and have fun with that concept. But overall, I kind of want to like ease up on the Valorant streams, just too much lately. And I want to try other different segments like reading fanfic and bedtime stories. You're a good yapper. The Just Chatting segments are fire. Thanks, Snappy. Yeah, I enjoy it a lot more. I feel like it's just it gets my podcast brain itched. I learned so much more about you guys. So I'm happy to do it this way. And I feel like I just get angry when I play Valorant. I think Shift kind of hinted to me the other day, or just like, I feel like you guys will sometimes hint it to me of just like, oh, is she tilted already? Like, it's just tilting me. I will say yesterday, I got really tilted on Valorant. Like, I had never just like, I wouldn't say that I was necessarily mean to someone on Valorant yesterday, but I definitely got angry with them. And it's such a rare occurrence. I try not to be angry, but I did get properly angry at them. They were actually like just so like, I mean, they were kind of annoying because they didn't calm the whole time, and the one time that they did calm was just to like, it was something about the bomb. Like, I had given them the bomb, and my duelists were like about like taking space essentially. Like, I was just supporting my duelists, and then our Clove had an op and was like playing back for the most part. And I don't really know like exactly like if it mattered so much that I gave them the bomb, but they gave the bomb back to me and I didn't notice. And then they were giving me a hard time about how I didn't notice that they gave the bomb back to me. And I was just like, oh my gosh, like, y'all. And then it wasn't until then like the entire team like hopped on and like just started ripping me apart for that one instance and like dogging on me on the other team. And I was just like, wow, like this is definitely why people get off this game at one point, because it just can be so rough. And it felt worse because it was a bunch of girls. I'm not gonna lie. I think it was like a trio of girls, and they got so mean. They started ripping me apart. But yeah, I've definitely had my fair share of a dickhead online, but it's good to see when you need some steam off a game. Yeah, I don't get any, low-key, I don't get any joy from like getting mad at anyone. Like, I never ever feel good about like yelling or being mean back. You know, I don't know. Like, do you guys feel better when you guys have like let off steam at someone? Low-key, I've never felt good. Like, yes, I have not. Like, I just can't relate it. Maybe it's like a guy thing. But anytime I've ever like raised my voice at someone or have been like even remotely mean in a game, I pretty much instantly feel so much like shame and regret. Like, I'm just not built to like or maybe I don't know what it is. Like, I wish I could like just be do I wish that? I don't know. I don't care. But I'm just like, when I like, there's no such thing as like blowing off smoke for me. Like, there's no such thing as like, maybe it's because so much of like my teen angst was always like blown off like from like sports. Like sports was always my way of like, this is how I recover and this is like how I feel better. You know, I go on a walk, I work out, or I play sports, and for me that's like my outlet for like when I'm feeling really frustrated or I'm just like not feeling okay. Like that's how I reset, is through sports. And when I know when like my mental health is at its worst, it's when I'm not being active. It's always been, yeah, that, or like, I guess being creative. I guess it's different though. I feel like I get more creative like when I'm sad, or I guess like when I'm sad, like I want to be creative, and when I'm angry, I want to like play sports, you know? It would feel super awful if it was unprompted, but if they're a dickhead, it's super fun to mess with them. Yeah, smoking is def not the best method. I just smoke a lot when I'm stressed. That makes sense. I think that's why I can't. I feel like I say this all the time, but that's why I can't start like vaping or smoking in any way. Because I'm just so prone to like a oral fixation. I am. But yeah, let me finish this real quick. Bang. And we're gonna actually have her smirk. Even though that's like not something Fade does, I want her to smirk. She low-key looks like Sova like this. I low-key need to get sleep now. I low-key should have gone to bed so long ago. Good night, Fumi. Good night, chat. Good night, Will. I'm actually gonna wrap it up too here. I think we call it a night. I will say something that I've kind of been craving in a weird way for games, because this is inspired by Will and by Bader, is is a Minecraft stream. And I think I'm gonna do some creative Minecraft stream. It feels weird not doing survival. But I think I will in fact be doing a Minecraft stream either tomorrow or the day after that. But look forward to it. I know it's something that I've been talking about quite a bit. But I just want to be creative. I want to learn how to make a proper house. I want to learn how to make a proper roof in Minecraft. I'm terrible at, believe it or not, I'm terrible. I'm like a bad builder in Minecraft, and I want to get better. It's just something I want to get good at. Unfortunately, it might be me referencing houses on Pinterest and me just kind of replicating it until I can put my own spin. But I love the like creative Minecraft space. I love people who are good at building. I think it's such like a fun, different, creative wiring that it takes to build properly. Let's raid out to someone who I haven't raided out to before. I'm seeing. Ooh, maybe we raid out to Lester. I think we've raided out to him before though. Kohichu Lemon. Alright guys, I'm passing you over to a really I'd say adorable. I think Lemon is genuinely just like super cute. Like she's a cute girl. She is making, oh, it's happy 69 day, guys. Lemon is she doing no cam right now? Well, either which way. Debbie Lemon, I barely realized you guys knew each other. We're in the same circle. But we don't interact all that much. But we're mutuals, and I like her. She's so nice. All right. Are y'all ready? Set, go.